Welcome to the Keep It Real AF podcast. I'm Amy, and I started this podcast because I missed my friends. Life in your 50s isn't always easy, and it can feel like you're doing it all on your own, but you're not. We're here to talk about the things that matter and maybe even have a laugh along the way.
My vote, we start with skincare. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this amazing new product line I just found.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here trying to figure out my next career move and how to find a man. Priorities, right?
Yep, this is what we're about, keeping it real. A little friend time makes everything better. So glad you're here. Can't wait to hang out.
All right, we are back for another Keep It Real AF episode. And if this is your first time joining, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You should go listen to a few of the other episodes. You are not going to want to miss some of our updates, our ideas, some of the tea that Emily has been sharing with us. So go back, listen to the episodes. And also, if you're having some fun, please share this with your friends. We are moms, women in our 50s, looking for some friend time, looking to connect on the things that we care about. And just, as we like to say, a little bit of friend time makes everything better. So in this episode, we're riffing on a couple topics. One, we've got to deal with the dreaded question, what's for dinner? And so we all have some ideas and thought it would be helpful to share what are some healthy, quick, easy meal ideas. So we're going to share some of our favorites. And then we'll also just talk about a few topics that are top of mind that are really relevant for women just trying to make it and enjoy ourselves and be healthy and happy in our 50s. So again, thanks for being here. We always love to start with some catch up. So ladies, it's wonderful to see you. I've missed you. I've been looking forward to this connect time. Steph, you look beautiful. I sense some beautiful lighting on your face. You have a little different angle of the lighting today. Looks like you're like the sun is shining and you're on a beach somewhere, but you're in your office.
It's very cold. I shut my blinds. Yeah, I don't know. It just snows every day.
Yeah.
It just snows
Yeah.
every
What's
day.
the temp?
It's so
What's the temp
cold.
there today?
I think today was 15 was the high.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
about the same. It's lovely, quite lovely.
Yeah.
You doing good?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. I'm
Hanging
ready
in
to tackle the dinner topic,
there? You know
honestly.
that's coming.
I'm ready.
Um,
Yeah, I've got an empty fridge after being gone all weekend, and it's coming.
oh yeah. Emily, how about you? How are you doing?
Doing good. Had an interesting weekend to give you guys an update of the whole Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh,
I
right.
was raring and ready to go, single, ready to mingle, going to this event, which was Bishop's Quarter. It was a singles event. And well, they had like wristbands, whether you're a couple or singles. So we started off the evening at Ramsey's, a restaurant right down the road. Had some great apps, great little restaurants in Loveland, Ohio. And then we moseyed our way down to Bishop's Quarters for this event. It was a bust. Sorry, Bishops.
Oh, really?
It was a bust. It was nothing but freaking couples. Nothing but couples. There were like a few single guys. So we were like, all right, check. Let's go to one of our favorite spots, Bell and the Bear, and see one of our favorite bands, the Billy Rock Band. And they kicked butt, as they always do. And it was so cute. So I know the lead singer, Billy, and his wife, Anne. And they've been married for like 34 years. They were like high school sweethearts and stuff. They're like the sweetest couple ever. So after the show, Billy and Alex, two of the band members, one of the girls was talking about the podcast. And they were like, "You've got a podcast?" And they said, "We want to be on. Let's talk music." And I was like, that would be great. Because we talk about like 2025 is a year of experiences, and I'm so into music that we totally need to have the Billy Rock Band on the podcast. They have new music that they're getting ready to release, and they're an amazing band. It ended up being a great night. And then I'm at home flossing my teeth, and part of my crown came out of my teeth. I was flossing, and it was like, blip, and right in the sink, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe what just happened. So yeah, I have to get a crown
geez.
replaced now. So it's been a week.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like at least the music made up
The
evening.
music was
Yeah.
great. Lots of things happen on the job front. A couple interviews going and into next week, so a lot of action happening with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, that is
Good.
been me kind of in a nutshell. I did hear from out of towner.
Oh, you did?
Mm.
I did. He thanked me for I had sent one of his Christmas gifts, one and holder. It's Drift. It's like a car freshener, and
Mm.
the clip he threw it away. So I mailed it to him because that's the kind of person that I am. I mailed it to him because when I was there last, he just had the freshener thing there, but didn't have it displayed.
Sexy stuff. Sexy stuff.
I know, very sexy stuff. But hey, you know what? Smells, I love a good smelling car. I don't know about you all, but this is like the best car freshener ever.
Is that going to be on your list for like a must for a guy? Like a
They
good
have
A
to
smelling
fresh
smell good.
car?
car. Good teeth and a fresh car.
Good teeth, and they have to at least like smell good. I love smells. I don't know about you all. But anyway, he had texted and said, "Thank you so much. My car smells so amazing," and blah blah blah. So,
You're so
yeah.
amazing. Can we get back
Mhm.
together?
No, none of that.
No?
Ah,
So,
Oh,
bye-bye out of towner.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
this weekend
Mm.
was so nasty, but I caught up on some amazing TV. Have you guys heard about apple cider vinegar?
Like the product?
No, the show on Netflix.
No.
Oh my God, that is your assignment. You
Okay, I'm
have
writing
to
this
watch
down.
Apple Cider
Yes,
Vinegar.
right
It's
down.
trending on Netflix.
Okay.
So it is based upon a true story, Belle Gibson, and she
Mel?
faked cancer.
Bell.
Belle, as in Belle the Ball, as Belle, like beautiful. So
Okay.
she faked brain cancer. This is a real story, and she made a lot of money off of an app called Whole Pantry. And the way that they told the story, like I couldn't stop watching it. Like I ended up going to bed late on Sunday because then I had to like look up the real story. But the way they tell the story, bravo, Netflix. I just thought it was really engaging. I forget the name of the woman who plays the main character. I think she played somebody else on a Netflix show and crushed it. Anna, somebody or other. But anyway, she like you dislike her. Like is such a great manipulator, but even though it's kind of one of those things, you know what's going to happen at the end because it's like they talk about sort of
Yeah.
the end up front, but it's the whole storyline and multiple storylines. But it's really about the premises, a holistic way to handle cancer, and but the underlying like the fascinating thing that we have to talk about the next show is that it's actually the opposite point of view. It's like anti holistic medicine at the end of the day. It's just fascinating the way that you tell
Huh.
the story. And like it's great TV. It's like 6 1-hour episodes. And then of course, Love is Blind. I want to know if any of our friends listening as are watching the new season. I'm already done with it. A
Oh,
lot
you
of
are?
TV time. Oh,
Mm.
I did. In fact, I mentioned it to a coworker Scarlett, if you're out there, she had never watched it. And she looked at me like, "Oh, you watch that?" And lo and behold, I get an IM. She's like, "Oh my God, I watched it. I follow so and so on Instagram now." It's such bad TV, but it was so good. And they drop like chunks of episodes. So now, like, of course, like the next like bunch of them come out this weekend. But apple cider vinegar is just a great discussion topic, and it's just a really well done, really interesting show. It'll just suck you out of your world, and just it's just really great to talk about. So that's your assignment:
Okay.
Okay.
apple cider
I'll have to
vinegar. Yeah.
look
Got
into
it.
that. I've been watching, what is it? White Lotus.
Oh, great show. There's so many good ones on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really great show too. Okay, ladies, I know we're trying to be really focused in our conversation today.
Mhm.
Steph, why don't you tee this topic up? Because I know that this is
Uh,
a heart burner for you.
it is. It is. So somebody asked me once, would you rather if you could have somebody like have a clean house for life or like have your meals prepared for life? I was like, is this even a question? I mean, this is a no-brainer for me. Um, I don't mind cooking. I really don't. it just, for me, it stresses me out so much. And I feel like I will go, I feel like it's the last thing I think about. Like I'll go all day
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm solving all of these issues at work and I'm solving issues with my kids and I'm multitasking and I'm la la la. And then I come home and then somebody's like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "Oh fuck." Like nothing.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, last night we were gone all weekend. I was working, I was catching up on work. My son had a practice at 7 o'clock. He's like, "What's for dinner?" I'm not even thinking about it. We ran out of the house. He had a rice cake with peanut butter, an apple, and a string cheese. That was dinner. That was dinner. And I felt like okay about that because I was like, well, it's sort of healthy, but like not enough, but conflicted. So like you guys got to help me because I have it's 4 o'clock. I have an empty
Yeah.
refrigerator downstairs. Like, what am I making for dinner? Like, I need a rotation. I need a set schedule. I don't need anything complicated. And I
Yeah.
still have a little one at home. Who's kind of a picky eater.
Hmm.
What am I
Well, I
making?
empathize with you. I totally do because I actually feel the same pressure, and I'm doing this for a live. I mean, I've been in my kitchen. I've prepped for 7 families this week, so you're not alone. Like, it's definitely like a thing.
Mm.
But so I've got some shortcuts, but this, like, I'm sure you all have some shortcuts. And then we're gonna have to talk about because it truly is almost dinner time. If you don't have these things on hand, like,
Yeah.
what is the SOS call that you're
Yeah.
going to make?
Yes, I'm writing
Um,
it down. Like, I need to know. Just tell me
well,
what to do.
I think the thing is, like with a little bit of clicking, because you don't even need to go to a grocery store. So whoever you go to, whether it's Kroger or it's your local grocer, I mean, I think the key is to having some freezer staples, like especially your
Mm.
proteins on hand, just because that is really the secret sauce. Haha, no pun intended. Like you just need to have you have to have some protein because if you have some frozen protein, there's like in minutes you could have something truly like in minutes. Like if I run into I'm constantly dealing with hungry men in my house, boys and
Yes.
men, and they're always like, "What's for dinner? What's for dinner?" And so if I'm in a jam, there's a couple things that I'll do. If I'm in like a complete jam and I don't even have anything frozen, the pantry staple that I have on hand, I have high protein pasta. It tastes awesome. They don't even know it's high protein. And I have a healthy, great spaghetti sauce that's no sugar. So I'm actually giving them a healthy meal that has protein, and it's a bonus if I have veggies or if I have actual meat to put in it. But I could literally take the box in the jar and have a complete meal. So to me, that is like hands down. I've got a list of my favorite pastas. You can get them from Amazon or like now in the grocery aisle, there's like wonderful options. I just bought several boxes of Barilla now has a protein pasta. But I like the O-bean. The O-bean I can pass off to my husband, but it's got like seriously has like 18 grams of protein in a serving of pasta. It looks and once it's got red sauce on it, it tastes awesome. If I have some frozen meatballs from Trader Joe's, I mean, I've got like boom. But
Yeah.
it's not solving the problem for today, but having like that is and like that is absolutely the easiest thing to do sometimes is just pull that out of the and pasta is always a favorite for my
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. When you say putting like protein in the freezer, like what are your go-to
Yep.
proteins?
Meat. We're meat eaters, and I'm a big believer of eating meat. Lean cuts of meat. And my suggestion to a lot of the people that I work with, because we all have to worry about money right now, like groceries are insane.
Mm.
And so I suggest now I like to I'm talking to people who need to be financially minded and they want to be healthy. Um, so there might be other people that what don't being like having smart sense when it comes to like purchasing your groceries may not be as high of a priority, and so they'd go opt for the freshest protein in the refrigerated section. But if you
Mhm.
start in the freezer section for your meats, you will find high quality lean cuts of ground beef. We like meat, and so I'll find 90% meat in the freezer, I'll have at least between 20 and 30% off the cost. And I'll stock up with a couple pounds. The round tubes of meat, I know that might sound disgusting, but if you look at the different ones, there's healthy grass-fed lean cuts of meat in the freezer section.
I was
Or
going
I'll
to
just
ask
stock up.
about that,
Yeah.
Amy. Like, in your opinion, grass fed, because I mean, I buy wherever possible grass fed,
Yeah.
organic, air chilled chicken, like all of the
Yeah.
words. But, sometimes I wonder, like, does it make a difference? Am I wasting my money? Is it real? Like, sometimes I wonder if I'm just being scammed. I don't know.
Well, I don't think so, but I also think that like I'm the kind of nutritionist and functional food expert that I have to be practical. I'm a little bit more middle of the road. I would
Mhm.
love to say that I love to buy organic every day. When my house is filled, a night of eating a meat is several pounds.
Yeah.
Like I can't go buy organic everything all the time. So what I try to make sure is for my meats that they're grass fed. They're not fed with the grain that could be highly processed. So they're
Mhm.
grass fed. It's still a little bit more expensive. So first and foremost, I'm looking for lean cuts of meat. That's like
Yep.
the priority. So like I look for 85, 90% lean or more. And I'm not just talking meat like ground beef, but ground chicken, having ground
Oh,
turkey,
ground chicken.
ground
Mhm.
chicken is
Oh,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Like I just made for lunch because I don't have food. I just put eggs and I put 3 ounces, like a handful. I always have ground meat cooked. That is like if I do one meal prep every week, I while I'm waking up with my coffee, because remember, I gotta start with the
Mm.
coffee, strong coffee, but I don't even wait. I like throw the pound or two in and I ground it with Trader Joe's umami seasoning. Amazing. Enough
Mm.
flavor, but neutral enough. I put it in my eggs. I just gave my eggs a huge boost. I ate a ton of eggs with some meat and I throw in some vegetables in there. So I had that for breakfast, but that meat, like tonight, one of my kids is coming in and out. He's just going to make a taco with it. He doesn't know that
Mhm.
it's ground chicken. It could be like, he doesn't really care. And so having at least a pound minimum, we have several pounds, usually 3 pounds. It stays in the refrigerator for at least 5 days. If you don't eat it all, you could actually freeze it and then pull it right out of the freezer and have
Mhm.
it for later in a few weeks if you're in a jam. So I like to have ground meats that are prepared, but at least they're in my freezer. So if I'm in a situation, I can put that packet in water in 20 minutes, have it defrosted or defrosted in the microwave. Same with chicken.
Okay.
Chicken's a great one. Yeah. One other
Um,
tip that I wanted to share with people because chicken breast is confusing. I mean, it's so confusing. But what I wanted to encourage people to do, like everyone has a preference on their brand, and I'm not going to tell you what brand. Um, I think it's expensive to buy organic chicken. So I do try to make sure that they are like that legally you can't have hormones in your chicken anymore, even though they put that on the packaging. That's more for a marketing. Like you legally can't have that in your chicken anymore for
mm.
several years. But be on the lookout for boneless chicken thighs. So, like, if people are
Mm.
looking for a healthy alternative that tastes better, and to me, the difference if you're looking to have a healthy meal for your family, you're not on a restricted diet or have medical issues, like chicken thighs you can get for more value. You can throw those in a crock pot or an Instapot, and your family will love you. It is not rubbery. There's just enough fat in that meat. You could take a handful of that, put it with rice, and get a frozen veggie, and voila, you have
Mhm.
dinner. And you can put that umami seasoning or just like a mixed up salt or let like something on that. But chicken thighs in the Instapot or crock pot are amazing. So flavorful. And you have a dozen different options I could rattle off. If you have chicken and if it's frozen, you can put frozen right in the Instapot. And within a half an hour to depending on the route you take, 45 minutes, you've got chicken that can be used for a variety of things.
Hmm. I like the idea of chicken thighs. I don't know about you guys, but I have a very weird thing with chicken breast. I don't mind it. shredded. I don't mind it ground up, but biting, I can't. I just have a
Totally
thing with
agree.
it. I don't. I can't bite into like a piece of chicken. It has to be pounded flat like a cutlet, but there's something that
Hmm.
Yeah, you get that rubbery, like little, and it almost tastes like a sponge. Like you do have to be
Mhm.
thoughtful about how you cook your chicken, like almost
Yeah.
like when you take a steak out and bring it up to room temp. But I struggle with that too. I have to come up with like a bunch of different ways to do it too, so it doesn't taste like that texture thing doesn't come into play.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you,
Okay.
Em? You probably got some things up your sleeve.
So a few things I love turkey tacos or chicken tacos. So I will make those, but either in like a low carb wrap or I'll just put the taco meat in just lettuce with a little bit of salsa.
Mm. Hmm.
So I really do like that. Ava loves it as well. Buffalo chicken chili, that is something that will last for a good couple of days. It's got a nice
What's in
spice
that?
to
That
it.
sounds like something my kids would love.
So
It's
that
really good.
had it is really good. So I use the rotisserie chicken
Oh,
from
yeah.
Kroger,
Okay.
and we can
Okay.
put a link in
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
podcast to it. But it is amazing. It has won awards.
it's award winning.
It's award-winning chili, like from
Oh,
company get-togethers and stuff like that, but it is really, really good. It freezes good.
okay.
And then even just the breakfast quiche. I know we're coming back to that again, but I will make a whole bunch of peppers and onions with the meat together. I'll saute everything up before I make my quiche, and then I'll save some of that. And you can use that for different things as well. So
Yeah.
it's in your quiche, or you could use it in like a wrap, or with
Yeah, you can
some
make a pizza. You
roasted
can make a pizza with
potatoes,
it.
and make like a little, yeah. There's lots of different things, but those are some of my go-tos
Okay.
for meals.
I
And
love
I'm
it.
only feeding for two though, so it's not like you
Yeah.
all that are
Yeah,
feeding
but
for a
I think that's
household.
a
But
good point too. Yeah,
mhm.
because we're a family of five, but quickly we're about to be, a family of two with two away at school, which is another topic. But yeah, like so, not that I'm cooking avidly right now, but how do you adjust from going from, right, feeding five to feeding, or I guess feeding three? Feeding three. I'm tired.
One other thing I was going to tell you that is like hands down, like the game changer. Like my parents use, my kids say I'm tired too. My kids tell me this is like just as good as B dubs. Like they love um, BW3s and
Yeah.
they love buffalo chicken. So if you have your chicken, you have chicken breast or chicken thighs, and you take equal parts, they don't know this part, equal parts cottage cheese and hot sauce, and just put it in your mixer. Just throw that on top of the chicken and let it go. And I just take, once it's ready, I take a hand mixer. I do not turn it on. I don't have it plugged in. And I just press down on it and it shreds it all up. And they are so happy. Like put a tortilla in the skillet, throw that in there with some cheese, or I eat
Oh.
it. I stuff a sweet potato with it.
Oh.
It is so good.
Oh.
It's buffalo chicken. It's just like a better way to do crock pot chicken if you're in the mood for something. It's equal
Yeah.
parts cottage cheese, equal parts hot sauce. Blend that baby up, pop it in the in a slow cooker. So it
Mhm.
does require a little bit of, it's better in the slow cooker. It requires a little bit of planning, but it's a winner. I've had a lot of people in my community try it too. So it's like member approved. They love it.
Well,
Mhm.
that's good. What kind of sauce do you use? I usually use Sweet Baby
Right.
Ray's hot sauce,
Yeah, you
like
could
their
use
wing
that.
sauce.
I think you could use your favorite. We're a Frank's family.
Frank's, okay.
Frank's hot sauce. Yeah, so that's definitely a crowd pleaser. But I love tackling this topic, Steph. But I feel
Yeah.
like what are you gonna do for dinner tonight if you don't have any of those things? Like what's gonna be? You're probably gonna have to. Well, yeah. What's in your pantry? What are you gonna do?
I'm telling you, there's nothing. There's nothing. The refrigerator, I opened it last night. It was empty. I told you the pseudo dinner that we both ran out the door with. And and I was in the office all day today, and so yeah, I don't know. It'll be a mystery what we come up with tonight. So let's see.
Well,
But
you
I'm
know,
not
there's
a big
always like, yeah,
yeah, but I'm not a big like we're not a fast food. My light just turned off. We're not a fast food like they're, as much as my
same.
kids want it. I don't do we don't do it. I it just doesn't happen. So, they
Yeah.
know if it's got to be a rice cake and an apple and some cheese and I don't know what else, then that's what it's going to be. I will say one thing that I found recently that I love. It's a subscription service. It's called Wild Grain. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's
Mm-mm.
I mean, we are a big bread family. My family is a big bread family, and we have, Amy, you know this. We have an amazing Italian market, like not even a mile from our house. And so every day we kind of do like the European thing. We go and we get the bread and we get the baguette, and we. But to your point, it's expensive. I don't know what kind of ingredients they're using, in their baked goods. And so I found this service called Wild Grain, and typically it's all sourdough based, and you place an ongoing order, and for us it's perfect. You can get a demi baguette of sourdough, you pop it in the oven for 9 minutes, and you've got hot fresh bread. And there's a
Wow.
variety of things. There's pretzel buns, there's whole loaves of bread, there's croissants, there's like all kinds of things. So we're kind of addicted to wild grains. So typically, whatever we make,
Huh,
we do always have sort of
have some
a
bread.
fresh sourdough, yeah, that goes with it. So I feel good about that. At least I've got that going on. I've got a freezer full of frozen bread at the moment.
On the
So
car program, the Thorn.
we're carving up over here.
Well, if you have
Yeah.
cheese
So
and bread
mhm,
and wine,
yeah, yeah, yes, yes,
maybe.
yeah,
Did you guys know this is
mm,
like I'm a huge sourdough bread fan because of all the health benefits.
yeah.
Like it's a fermented product, but it does matter where you get it.
Mm,
So if you make it or if you get it, I would have to think that the place you get your bread is truly it's real sourdough. But like if you're buying sourdough bread at a grocery, like it isn't fermented. It's just going to be flavored. You don't get the benefits of sourdough bread if you're buying it at a typical grocer
yeah.
because they're baking it with sugar and other things.
Yeah. No, this
So it
is,
just
I think,
destroys, yeah.
yeah, I think this is three ingredient traditional method,
Yeah.
organic base, like small artisanal
Hmm.
bakers that they source from. So,
Do you have
I
cottage
never knew
cheese
that.
in your fridge? Do
Do
you
I
have
have
cottage
cottage
cheese?
cheese? I don't. I have Greek yogurt.
Ah. See, if you had cottage cheese, you could smear a little on that sucker, put a little bit of hot sauce or a little bit of honey and everything, and pop that in the oven
Oh, yeah.
and make it like a toast, a creamy. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a gooey toast. That's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any
Oh, that
sourdough
does
bread.
sound good. Yeah, I'll have to think about. Yeah, I'll let you know what I come up with. But now you've got me
Yes.
thinking. Maybe I'll
Now
do
you're hungry.
some kind of toast points. I know I have some manchego floating around in the fridge. I could
Mm.
probably do a little like Spanish sandwich situation.
Yeah.
So,
I'll let
do you
you
guys
know
want
what
to
I
hear
come up
something cool? Shipped is a great solution if you need like groceries fast. Like that's like a delivery
Yeah.
service. It's a personal shopper. They do like inflate the prices a little bit, but the value is you got a personal shopper in with an hour. So
Mm.
I used to use that service. So if you have time, you could get a rotisserie or get something delivered. But the wild thing is, so Aiden worked at an internship for a company called Drone Express, and they are one of a drone delivery service that is approved by the FAA. Many aren't. There's only a couple, but they are piloting. There's this service that's called Now, I think it is. It's in Winston Salem, and you'll see this. I guarantee within a year, but like within 15 minutes, you could get a box at your door. They
Oh.
created a subscription service. It's less than 10. It's like $10 a month, and you have an app, and within 15 minutes you could order a meal dropped, a fresh meal that you could make with the ingredients for pasta or for this right at your door, a drone delivery of groceries
What
within
is this
15 minutes.
custom design for someone like me? This is
That is
absolutely designed
exactly.
for, I am the perfect
Wow.
consumer for this product.
Yeah. So it's gonna happen. Like that's what's going to be happening is that you won't be waiting for shipped or like my Kroger delivery is getting faster, but it's
Yeah.
still not like same day. That's the drones will be dropping off that pound of meat that you
Oh,
don't
it's
have
so
or whatever you're
good.
looking for. So it's all within this like the hopes of like just so you don't have to go have fast food as a meal. You get a drone delivery right at your door.
Yeah, I love it. You
Isn't
guys,
that cool?
thank you. I feel a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more hopeful. I am gonna reset and do some grocery shopping or do some Kroger ordering and
Nice.
get my act together. This should
I've
actually
got a
be my
couple lists. I'll
resolution.
include a list. I'll send you a list so you can just
Oh,
use the
thank
pantry table
you.
list. Yeah,
Thanks, you
cool.
guys. I feel better
Yes.
already.
You got anything for us? I know you had something that you had on your mind.
Yeah. So you remember, I don't know if you all did this, but back in my 20s, like mid to late 20s, early 30s, I used to always get my eyebrows waxed. Did you all get your eyebrows waxed all the time?
I over tweezed mine
Okay.
myself.
You
I
did.
don't
Okay.
I don't have to. I don't grow hair.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
I don't. I've
Maybe
never
I
had a
have
hair. I don't
something
have
for
hair.
you to grow hair.
This
So,
bitch doesn't have to shave her
anywho,
legs. So
No, I don't even have hair in my
obscene.
armpit. No hair in my armpit.
what?
Never.
Oh,
It's
I know. A little bit of a
obscene.
freak of nature, but
uh, well, so from all of the waxing back in the day, now I used to have like Brooke Shields eyebrows. Like they used to be really thick. Not
Yeah.
mm,
unibrow or anything, but they just used to be thick. And now they're not. And I have to pencil in my eyebrows, which sucks.
Mm.
mm-hmm.
So there's a Rodan and Fields. It's for lashes. It's supposed to help like fill in lashes, but
Yeah.
you can also
It
use
work?
it for eyebrows, like for hair growth. And I have been using it for a couple weeks and I can see some eyebrows, some hairs coming in on my eyebrows. So,
I like
Really?
that.
yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not really skilled in the whole brow thing. Like, is that what threading is? What's threading? Like, is that what you,
I
is that,
think they use thread, some kind of
Really? Oh
thread
gosh, that would
to,
hurt.
yeah.
I know.
I get mine
So
hand done after, I mean, I've been going to the same guy for years. It's outrageous what I pay to have them plucked by hand, but I threw my tweezers away. I won't touch them after I overplucked like 12 years ago and I went to this guy crying and I was like, save me. And yeah, like he does it by
So
hand.
you
Hmm?
get yours done still? Like, you still get yours done?
Yeah, he tweezes them by hand and then he tints them. And yeah, it's like my guilty pleasure. It's outrageous and like but I yeah.
Does it make a difference? Like, what would be the benefit of having darker eyebrows or thin,
I mean, I
like,
think for
what
me
would,
I'm really fair and so
yeah,
if I don't have them if I don't have them tinted, it almost they kind of disappear. So I think it
just
defines
blends.
my
Yeah,
face.
they're
Yeah, it defines
blondes. So
my
you want
face
it
a
to be a
little
little
bit
darker.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
so
They just
I
get
need
kind of
to
washed
darken
out.
my eyebrows?
Hmm.
Hmm,
Yeah,
okay.
I
Good
agree.
to know. All
Okay.
right, Adam. Like I've used a Rodan and Fields before. It was a while ago. I
Yeah.
use something else on my eyelashes now, but I remember liking that product. That was a good product.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
keep
And
us
you, so
So
you're,
posted.
yeah.
we'll see how it goes. I'll let you all know if I'm
Is it meant for the eyebrows or are you just
no,
using it for the eyebrows?
I'm using it
Hmm.
for the eyebrows. It says for eyelashes, but there are other things out there for eyelashes that say for eyebrows. So I'm trying it out. But I
She's
have
going rogue.
Awesome.
some hair
She's
growth.
going off label.
I am definitely going off label. Thank God it's not a pharmaceutical
Taking the
product.
eyebrows
I'm
into
going off
her
label.
own hands.
Yeah.
I'm psyched. I'm going to see Aiden on Friday.
Oh yeah.
So
Do you have
Excellent.
your
yeah,
outfit,
making a
your,
college.
campus outfit figured out,
No,
like with your blue jeans and your cute
no.
sweater and
I bought this really cute sweater. I mean, I had big intentions, but I got this cute little sweater that I saw Emily in. It's like a little, like shorter sweater. It's green with short sleeves. But other than that, like I had big intentions, and I'm either going to call an audible and run to a store tomorrow, or just trust that I'll go through the closet and just pull something out. But
Pop your
it's a bummer. Like
closet.
I had these, yeah, I'll just like, I think it's going to be cold. So I think we'll have jackets on most of the
Yeah.
time. I don't know. We'll see. I'll report back next week. But
Yes. We can't wait to hear.
yeah, I'm going to have to like get my energy up. And I have a feeling that, Aiden will want to, the kids will want to take the mom's places. So we'll have to
Aw.
pretend like I'm younger.
Oh, that's
You'll
So
going to
be
be
I'm
great.
looking forward though.
All right, guys, I gotta go make a meal.
all right.
All
Well,
right,
let
Steph,
us
let us know what you
know.
make.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Thanks,
right.
ladies. Great
All
chatting with you.
right. Bye. Miss you
Thanks.
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Share this with your friends. We'll see you next time.